Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the operations that we perform on single dimension numbers and extending them to two dimensions on the complex plane. And this is kind of what makes the complex numbers so important. We have all the parts so that in this video we can look at subtraction. Okay, we can add numbers and we can negate numbers, and those are the two things we're going to need to do to pull off subtraction. So here we go. I got an example for you. Again, nothing earth-shattering here, but we're going to subtract 3 plus j2 from 1 plus j4. Okay, each of these is an operand of the subtraction operation. Okay, so what we're going to do here is negate the second operand, and then add it to the first, and that's subtraction. First. All right, do I have a one-dimensional example? Really feels like I should have, but I don't. Okay, let's make one up. So that's our two-dimensional example, but think about it. This is what you've been doing since grade school. And if you wanted to say, let me think of some numbers here. If we wanted to say 2 minus 4, let's say minus 5. Okay, you might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out here. All right, that's 0. And well, we'd say we got to negate 5, right? So let's say 5 is out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to negate it, so we spin it around over here. Okay, now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's negative 5, and this is plus 5. And then to that we add 2, right? So stick that tip to tail. Okay, and we add 2, so we come back here to 2, and then we count from where we are. So here's 0, negative 1, negative 2, and this is negative 3. Okay, and that's our result up here, negative 3. Okay, so negate the second operand, just spin it around 180 degrees, and then add the first to it. And that's how we do subtraction. That's how you did subtraction in grade school, and that's how we're going to continue to do subtraction with complex numbers. Okay, so well, negation's pretty easy in either form, really. In rectangular, it's really just distributing the negative sign to the two different terms of the rectangular form. So we can do that, right? We could negate. It's a little smaller. Let me make it a little bigger. We can negate the. Now it's going to be big. We'll go with big. Okay, so this is negate the second term, second operand. Okay, and then add them together. Add to the first. So that's what it looks like if you're doing it out on paper. Let's do it graphically, because I think it's useful to be able to picture these things. Okay, so we started with 3 plus j2, and 3 plus j2 is our second operand, and it's going to look like that, right? From here, we're going to negate it. Negation. Okay, so we're just going to spin it around 180 degrees, and it's going to look like this. Okay, something like that. Okay, so we just negated it. Spin it around 180 degrees, and then add it to the first one. Okay, so the first one was Okay, let's see here. And then from here we go add to the first operand. Just like we did on the number line. Okay, same stuff. So 1 plus J4 was the first operand. I'm just going to double check myself. Yep. Okay, so here's the negation of the second one. We add it to the first one, so we stick them tip to tail. And then the result is the vector that points directly from the origin to that point. So it's negative 2 plus J2. All right, so that's subtraction. That's all it is. Okay. And you've been doing this since grade school. I promise you. You just didn't know you were doing it since grade school. Negate the second one, add it to the first one. That's how you subtract. Okay. I think that's all the rectangular stuff that I want to work with. We got to move on to multiplication and division, and we got to be able to invert numbers, and all of that's going to be easier in polar. Okay. And I'm hopefully going to change the way you think about how you multiply numbers and how you've done it in the past. But all the stuff you did in grade school is still going to work. Stay tuned and good luck, folks.